Suppose you're interested in a stock where you're pretty sure the stock price is going to make a big move in one direction or the other. Either it's going to go way up or it's going to go way down, but you don't know in which direction it's going to move. For example, a company may be betting its life on a new product. If the product is successful, the stock price might double or triple. But if the new product is a failure, the company may be bankrupt. So what can you do? Well, we know that when you buy a call option, you're betting on the price of the stock going up. And the way a call option works is that you get to buy at some specific price called the exercise or the strike price. And even if the price goes, for example, I have an example here of a call option with an $80 strike price. And if the price of the stock goes above $80, you can still buy it at $80. So if it goes to $200 a share, you can buy it at $80 a share, even though it's worth $120. So that's a way to make money if the stock price goes up. We know that you can use a put option if you think the price of the stock is going to go down. If, for example, the price falls to $50 a share, the put option lets us sell it at 80 even though we can buy it at 50, so we can make money there. Well, what can we do if we're not sure what's going to happen? Well, we can actually use a strategy referred to as a straddle. In a straddle, what you do is you buy both a put and a call option. And the way this works is if you buy a put and a call option, if the price of the stock goes up, you use the call, you throw the put away. If the price of the stock goes down, you use the put and you throw the call away. So you use the one that's not necessary. Remember, in an option, you don't have to use it if it's not beneficial, if you own the option. So again, if the price goes up, use the call, throw the put away. If the price goes down, use the put, throw the call away. So let's see how this looks. All right, if you're going to use this strategy, you have to buy both the put and the call. And so the cost is going to be $13 a share. Right? You're buying both the put and the call option. So you're going to start $13 in the hole. Okay, so right here is going to be, minus 13. Now, what happens if the price of the stock goes up? If the price of the stock goes up, for every dollar it goes above $80 a share, you make $1. Okay, and you just throw the put away. Now, what happens if the price goes down? Well, you're going to use the put, and for every dollar it falls below 80, you're also going to make $1. So it's going to look something like this. And let me switch back to my pen here. The maximum profit here is going to be, well, let's before we do the maximum profit, let's look at the break-even points. Notice you have two break-even points right here and right here. The price of the stock has to rise enough to cover the $13 you paid. So the break-even here is going to be 80 plus 13. It's going to be $93. Think about that. If the price of the stock goes up, what happens? For every dollar it goes above 80, you make $1. So at a price of 93, you can buy it at 80, sell it at 93, you make $13, but it costs you $13 to invoke the strategy. So you just break even. Down here, you're using the put option, and when you're using the put option, you want the price to go down. So the price has to fall enough to cover the cost. So the break even here is going to be $67. Right? In this case, you can buy it for $67, sell it for $80. That's a $13 profit, and it cost you $13 to create this strategy. Okay, your maximum profit here is going to be $67 on the downside. Okay, and I should label my graph here. Okay, this is going to be profit, and this is stock price. Over here, actually probably put a little arrow here because there's no limit to how high the price of the stock could go. So this is a strategy where if the stock makes a big move, okay, if it goes up more than $13 or it goes down more than $13, you make money. You're going to lose money if it just hovers in the range between 67 and 93. But again, this is a company where you're betting on them, the price of the stock going way up or way down. And again, a good example would be a company that has banked its life on a new product or new service. If it's a big hit, okay, stock's going to go through the roof. If it's a failure, they're going to lose a lot of money and probably go bankrupt. So, sometimes you can use this in a volatile market. Now remember that if the market's volatile, these option prices or premiums are going to be higher. So it's going to be an expensive strategy. Okay, you may notice that this kind of looks a little bit like a butterfly spread. In a butterfly spread, it was sort of the opposite, where you made money if the stock price hung between two prices, if it didn't go up a lot or it didn't go down a lot. Okay, you can also sell a straddle, and that would flip this over. Not a very good strategy. You'd be better off using a butterfly spread because you'd have unlimited liability on the downside, and you'd have limited but very large possible losses on the downside. But this is a case where you can make some money if the stock price makes a big move in one direction. And so again, it's sort of the opposite of a butterfly spread, where you make money if it doesn't move much. And if you didn't see my video on that, you may want to take a look.